Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I feel like chatting today. I'm actually in the middle of doing laundry. Well, I folded it, I just haven't put it up yet. It's literally just chilling on my bed next to me. Hi. Do you ever just get tired? I already put up like 2 other loads of laundry and I just was taking a break before I put this up. The hardest part for me putting up laundry is the fact that I don't have enough space in my room. And also, I still need to go through a bunch of clothes to either sell, donate, give away, whatever. I guess donate and give away. Well, give away means I'm like giving it to family members. Donate means I'm donating it, etc. whatever. Anyways, I wanted to chat about something, but I can't remember what it was. I kind of have been, I don't know. Well, I haven't been feeling the best, so I stayed home. Well, I've been trying to chill because I need to rest. Haven't been feeling the best, and I don't want to do too much right now. Anywho, what was I going to talk about? Oh, so I think I had made videos talking about like dating and using dating apps and whatever. And there's people's comments. And I feel like people must comment on my videos before they watch it fully. But anyways, as far as my dating life goes, it's pretty much non-existent. Like, just because I'm on dating apps does not mean, well, that was my whole video. Like, I get on dating apps, but I really don't have the intention of, like, actually dating people on them. It's more so just, like, curiosity, I guess. Seeing what's out there, seeing if I'm missing anything, and every time I get on, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not missing anything. But I don't know. I go back and forth between feeling like I should be trying and like not trying, and honestly I feel like I shouldn't have to try. Well, I should let me phrase that better. I don't want to be focusing on dating right now, and I'm really not focused on dating. Like, I have too much going on in my personal life. Like, I really still have a lot of my own, issues. Not even just issues, just like things in general I'm working on as a person. I do feel like I'm not in like as bad of a place as I probably was in 6 months ago. Like, I feel like by the end of this year, I feel like I'll be doing a lot better overall. And I feel like for the most part, I'm doing way better than I was back in like May when I took my 3-month break from posting on my channel. So really, it's just like progress is being made, and I just have to like sometimes look back and recognize all of the improvements that I've made. Even if sometimes it feels like I'm not improving fast enough. I know, I don't know. I haven't really talked about like shopping or anything recently, and it's really just because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I feel like anytime I bring it up, it just brings up the comments about it and people telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I think honestly at this point, I'm really not focused on not shopping. I'm focused on saving, but also I allow myself to shop only once a week, and even that, then it's just like I don't really want to be shopping right now. But anyways, back to the topic. So I feel like my job is a little more stable. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from people at my job about just doing well and things like that. I don't know. I feel like my job definitely feels a lot more stable now. The only thing is I still don't know where I'm going to be living after this month, and I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do yet because I don't know. I'm going back and forth with wanting roommates and not wanting roommates. Like, I really would want my own place, but that's going to be a lot more expensive if I have a roommate. My cost would be a lot cheaper for sure. But I'm also like, do I want to live with people again? I've had really bad experiences in the past living with friends. So that also makes me nervous because the roommate I would have is one of my old coworkers from the last place I worked at. So I just like, I don't want to live with someone and then that ruin like the friendship, because that happened to me. Well, it only really happened to me once in college, but once was enough. And then after that, I never lived. Actually, that's not true. My current best friend, I did live with her and we were still friends after. Although our friendship started to get a little strained, but I think because I might take my glasses off because I don't like the glare. Even though I like wearing my glasses because I can see, but also don't mind the lifting of this wig. This wig honestly looks really natural. It just doesn't lay down and it's always lifting. I'm not like a huge wig person. I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to wigs, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, there's been, not really a lot of major changes at this point. The situation's pretty much still the same. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna move. I might not have a choice but to have a roommate. But a lot of things are still up in the air. Like, I guess, I don't know if I did an official living situation update, but if not, here it is. So, the situation. I guess people watched my video where I talked about living at home with my dad, but my old videos about that were not there for the context because I privated a lot of my old videos. Basically, my dad has, like, I don't have a stable place at my dad's house. My dad has wanted me to be moved out since last year. And keeps telling me he needs me to be moved out by specific dates. And then I guess, I don't know how to put it. I feel like my dad has this idea of what he wants to do with the house, but I feel like he's not sure how to execute it, essentially. Initially, he had said, like, I would be able to stay here if I found roommates, which was what I was trying to do. And I have been looking for people. I'd found a few people who said they were willing to be my roommates here. But then more recently, he told me that wasn't an option. I also don't really have the option to stay with him anymore either. He didn't really say why. It was just very clear. Basically, I don't want to get into why because I don't want to talk about something personal. But really, I feel like my dad just wants me out. That's basically at the end of the day. That's what the situation is. So that has been putting pressure on me. And I had asked him, like, hey, like, I think I just need until the end of the year, if that's okay. And he basically said, well, he would either give me $500 a month to move out, which I was like, well, I don't really want. I wasn't asking for money. I was just like, I just need a little more time to have enough saved, because at the time when he told me like he was moving, he wanted me to be moved out by October now, I had just gotten my hours cut at my job, so I was stressed about that. And so I was like, and I didn't have even close to what I needed saved. So I had asked my dad if I could have until December, and he basically said no. So that's why we're trying to force myself to be ready to moved out by October, but I really don't have really just it doesn't seem feasible for me, especially it's already almost halfway through October. And yeah, there's just a lot of things about the whole situation. But anyways, we are trying our best to take the steps necessary to be moved out, but realistically, I don't see it happening. And also, I feel like, my dad, I don't know. I don't think my dad would try to force me out, but I don't know. I don't know. You never know what your family is going to do, but I really would have just appreciated if he had allowed me at least. And I offered to, I'll pay you this amount, I'll help cover, all of the electric, whatever, bills if I could have more time here. And I don't know. So my dad has his idea of what he wants to do, and that I have to kind of just work around his needs or whatever, because at the end of the day, it's his house. Even though he's not currently living here, I'm the only one living at the house at the moment. I have a lot of mail still coming because I have collabs. I have my dad's address has been my permanent address for the past 7 years, and my sister's. So it's really, I don't know, it's really just not ideal, I guess. What I was hoping for was that I would be able to stay here and just get roommates that could split, the cost of the rent that my dad was charging, which my dad wants to charge $2,100. So divided by 3, that would be $700 each, which is still a lot. I could for sure find a cheaper place with a roommate for less than $700, but $700 isn't too bad, and I would get to still stay in this house. So now, I don't know. I feel like, I guess I am being forced to move out. But I don't know. I basically am trying to be moved out, but the situation is just not ideal. So my main thing was I wanted to have at least $3,000 saved before I moved anywhere. But really, I want to have at least $5,000 saved, because $5,000 is 3 months rent and then an extra little cushion, right? But I think I would be able to have $5,000 saved by the end of this year, just not by the end of October. So that was the main thing. By the end of October, I'll maybe have 2,000, close to 2,000 saved, but definitely not 3,000. So yeah, that's what I guess was making it more stressful, because I feel like I don't have the enough saved to really feel comfortable moving. I feel like I would be moving and still be feeling kind of stressed. And I don't know. The cost of living has just increased so much everywhere. I don't know how people are affording most places. I make enough to qualify for a lower apartment, cheaper apartment on my own, but I would rather have a roommate and live in a nicer place than, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't decided. I still am on the fence about if I should try to have a roommate, but then I'm just like, ugh. I don't want to say I'm too old to have a roommate, because I feel like it is what it is. Like, I have to be able to pay off debt, and the cheaper the cost of my living is, the more I can pay off debt. And that's the other thing. Like, people were asking, like, why aren't you focusing on paying off debt? And the main reason I'm not focusing on paying off debt is because I have to be moved out. And in order to move out, I have to make sure I have enough saved, enough money to pay rent somewhere. And me personally, I need to be able to pay, I want / need to be able to pay 3 months rent in advance, because then will feel stable. At least know I have a stable place for the next 3 months. And yeah, that's just how I would want to be able to move out. So that is, I guess, was my plan moving forward. But for the past however many years, I feel like was struggling having like a stable income. And I kind of explained my whole job thing in my video, how I ended up broke 28 whatever. Like, my struggle basically just finding like a good full-time job. And even when I did have full-time jobs, I felt like I wasn't making enough, or I was still always struggling. And part of the struggles was also like self-inflicted, of course, but ooh, I gotta blow my nose. A lot of the struggles were self-inflicted. But anyways, you live, you learn, you move on. So the update right now is really that I am planning to move out sometime before the end of the year, but I'm also kind of, I don't want to say like, I don't want to have to wait for my dad, but I also feel like I told my dad what I needed, asked my dad like if I could have more time because I wanted to make sure I've saved, and he was basically not willing to give me that extra time. So it's just like, I don't want to put myself in a bad situation. But I also think too, like, I honestly feel like my dad has a lot on his plate as it is, and I don't think he realizes how much work it's actually going to be he wants to renovate the house, but I don't know what renovations he's doing. I really don't know. My dad says he's going to do a lot of things, but like the follow through is not always there, or it might be like a while. So, I mean, I definitely have to have a backup plan in place, which my really only backup plan right now is if my dad, is not going to allow me any more time. I mean, the only other place I could stay here is my grandma's house. And I would just have to put all my stuff in storage until I actually moved out. If I don't have a place and realistically, I don't see myself having a place by the end of this month. I mean, it's possible, but not really, because like I said, I feel like I need to have a minimum amount saved so I feel like stable before I move, and I'm getting there, but I can only save out of each paycheck I get every 2 weeks. So it's kind of like I already gave my mom money that I'm saving. I just have to literally, like, all I need is actual time to like build up my savings. And the hard part about that is that takes time, right? And I don't have the time for that. And because I don't really have another source of income other than my YouTube channel, which, by the way, YouTube pays out once a month. So I am going to get a paycheck from YouTube that I'm also going to be putting towards my savings, but I don't get that till the end of October. So it's just like my other source of income right now is like my social media, YouTube. I do have a TikTok shop. I am active on TikTok shop as well, so I get commissions. Although I don't know if I've made anything yet. I gotta figure out how to check all that stuff. But yeah, basically the only other thing I have to make money is my YouTube channel. I was trying to get a second job initially, but I honestly just felt like I don't need to get a second job. I just need to like manage my money better, is kind of how I feel. Like, I don't want to be stressed out working 2 jobs when I could just manage the money I make better and be able to afford things. Also, I consider making YouTube videos my second job. I have 4 channels. 2 of them are monetized. The other 2, actually I have 5 channels. I forgot, I made another channel beginning of last year. I started a women's ministry channel that I kind of took a break from and will be relaunching next year. So hope y'all get excited for that. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff, honestly, which keeps me busy. I do think like making YouTube videos keeps me pretty busy so that I'm not, you know, just sitting around doing nothing. I'm always editing. I'm trying to put myself on like an editing schedule so that I can get caught up. So right now it's looking like every other day and Sundays. Like Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are going to be my editing days. So I can get up at least for vlogs, specifically for vlogs, y'all, because I don't be editing most of the videos I post on this channel. This is my unedited content. You get what you get, and you just get the non-edited version of me and my life. My vlog channel is edited content, and I do edit some videos on this channel, but not super frequently. And then on my beauty page, I don't really post on anymore. And my main channel, I am going to be doing something with eventually, but that also might not start till next year. So we have plans, we have things we're doing, things we're working on, projects and everything. I keep touching this because I just feel like I guess it doesn't look as bad on camera as I think it does. Also, I can't really see that well without my glasses on. But anyways, yeah, my living situation is basically just my dad wants to be moved out by October, which I'm going to try my best to do, but realistically, I would like to have until at least the end of December, because at least then I know I will have my minimum amount saved, which is $3,000, so that I'm not feeling like, okay, I can only afford 1 month's rent and then be like, you know, and I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world if it does come down to it. The other problem too is like, I do have to make a plan for my debt. And honestly, I'm not focusing on my debt right now. I know some people think like that's crazy to not focus on it. My debt's gonna be there. It's not gonna go away on its own, obviously. I am not focusing on it because my priority right now, I guess, is making sure I have a solid living situation. And once I have that figured out, we will start focusing on paying off our debt. I'm still making the minimum payments that I can towards the long-term payment plans that I set up already. But most likely I'm going to end up settling a lot of my cards starting next year, and then just starting over from there. My mom did also advise me not to file bankruptcy. And I don't want to say like I was 100% going to file bankruptcy. I was literally just considering it as an option. I don't think I'm in a deep enough hole that needs to be my first option. So I'm gonna try to just pay off everything. But I feel like I will be making an updated budget video. I will be making an updated debt video / my plan to pay off my debt, and also like sitting down and figuring out the total amount I actually owe, which I'm not looking forward to. I have like a ballpark estimate. I want to say it's less than 10,000, but I could be wrong. So yeah, that is pretty much my current situation / I don't know, random life update that I can give for you guys. Yeah, I mean, I just take everything day by day. I don't know. I feel like some days feel harder than others. Some days like my situation feels stressful, and other days I'm kind of just like, it is what it is, and I'm not going to let it stress me out or bother me. And I'd rather have that mentality the majority of the time, but it's hard. It can be harder some days than others. But regardless of my situation, I know I will be just fine. I am not in the worst situation a person could be in. You know, at least I do have a job at the moment. I do have, you know, a lot of positive, good things happening in my life that I should be focusing on and looking forward to. I think it's just more so a matter of I don't have like the whole solution, and I don't know. I really just don't know. Haven't really decided or settled on any one thing at the moment. So, but there's options, and that's what matters. Realistically though, this is the other part. Whether I get a roommate or whether I find a room to live in somewhere, it's just like living with other people. Like, I would rather live with someone I know than live with a random stranger. But at the same time, sometimes living with people you know, you learn things about them that you don't like. I don't know. I would really rather live on my own than have to live with other people. But that might not be an option that's available for me. So I can wishful thinking, but I got to take what I can get at the end of the day. Anyways, I think that's it. Like I said, there's really not much else I can do like actively about it. That's why I'm just like, every 2 weeks I give my mom money to save for me. Until I've saved the amount I need to have saved, it's kind of just like I'm chilling until, I don't know, until I figure it out. That's pretty much it. And yeah, hopefully I feel better tomorrow. And yeah, that's it, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this quick little update. Peace.